And today we're going to be continuing Death Note. Okay, basically, we found out that Ryuk can make a deal with Light and give him the ability to see people's names above their heads. And since we know Light has the Death Note, so those go hand in hand. So he can kill whoever he wants by just simply looking at them, because the main thing you need to kill someone with the Death Note is you need to know their name. So you can literally kill anyone whenever you want, because you can see their names. So that's crazy. But the bad side is it takes half of your remaining life away. So if you were to die in like a week from now, it takes 3.5 days away. So, I mean, that's whack. So I wouldn't do it unless it's like a last ditch effort. Like, if, like I said, like the cops or something were like banging down your door to like kill you because they're like, they know at that point, yeah, I would do it. But besides that, no, I wouldn't do it. And we also found out that Ryuk has that ability himself. So he can just, by looking at you, know your name, and he has the ability to know exactly when you're going to die. And also we found out that Yagami is Light's dad, and he's like the head of like the police force in the area. So very crazy. We're going to hit continue. Wub bam. Whoa, they look so cool. Thank you, Light. The last ditch ability. Last time I'd ever use it. Or the only time I'd use it. Because Light looks at himself as a god as well. Okay, who is this guy? Hmm. He's giving Ryuk a purpose to live. See, there he goes again, sounding like a courageous hero. But his actions, bro. Ew. Is he gonna try to get someone to go and find out who killed the guy?
within the realistic limits of what that person might do. I can control them as much as I want before they die. It's kind of last minute, but I'm sure I can find someone. I got a few people in mind. A few people? For what? You'll see. Believe it or not, I'm actually a rather popular guy. He's still following me. Perfect. This whole thing would just be a waste of time if he wasn't tailing me.
I don't know what is about to happen.
It's a date no matter how you look at it. And I'm sure even my stalker will see it that way.
But this isn't just a date, is it? You said that you'd figured out a way to find your stalker's name. So tell me, what do you plan on doing?
7 passengers, excluding him, no one's in the way. Everything should go smoothly.
Stay in your seats unless you want to die.
Oh, is he gonna pop out and say, "I'm police sergeant," blah blah blah?
Everybody shut up! If anybody moves, I'm putting a bullet in their head.
Yuri, don't be scared. As soon as he turns around, I'm going to grab the gun out of his hand.
Don't be stupid. That's risky. If it comes to that, I'll take care of it. It's okay. We don't have to pass notes back and forth.
Yo, this guy's being kind of he's being kind of cool, honestly.
Any proof that you're not his accomplice? Why should we trust you? Yes, I've read about this before. The first hijacker comes in like he's working alone. Meanwhile, the second one pretends to be a hostage and stays in the very back just in case.
Light's so clever, bro. I feel bad for this detective, though.
I have no choice. I'm sure Light Yagami isn't Kira. If he was, he could just kill this guy with a heart attack. Here's my proof.
Is it a fake?
FBI?
I doubt it. That sounds kind of fake. Look at that. It's like a...
And I guess for the time being, I won't bother asking what an FBI agent is doing on the bus in the first place.
Don't move, you little punk! What the hell is that? Smartass! Plans for a date, huh? Stupid kid.
Gotcha.
How?
Who the hell are you? You in the very back. What do you think you're doing? Don't mess with me! How long you been hiding back there? What's this? You're talking to me.
It was a note from the death. It was a page from the Death Note, wasn't it?
Stay there, you! You! Keep away from me, you freak!
This isn't good. He's hallucinating.
Oh, I get it. That little note that Light accidentally dropped was actually torn from the pages of the Death Note itself.
Mm-hmm.
Since he tricked this guy into touching the paper, he's the only other one on the bus who can see me. It's not the bus! Let me off!
Is he gonna get hit by a car? Oh, it wasn't even by heart attack. As intended, right? So there's no way they're gonna think this was Kira.
Boards the 11th
Oh.
Spaceland-bound bus near the eastern entrance to the park, holding a loaded gun and attempts to hijack the bus. He sees a horrific phantom and empties his gun trying to kill it. Terrified, he flees the bus. Immediately afterwards, at 11:45, he dies when struck by a car.
Brave to have all that happen with you on the bus. Hopefully, Elle doesn't see this.
Never fails. You will be next, Ray Penber.
Bruh. No. Okay. Another amazing episode, boys. So right off the bat, okay, we've heard this before about the whole fact that Ryuk had he had another Death Note at one point, but he lost it and talked someone into giving him another Death Note. So, is that ever gonna? If a Death Note falls on Earth, does Ryuk immediately know exactly where the Death Note's at? Like, what if there was another Death Note out there? Because he has two, or had one. He had another Death Note at some point. So I don't know. I mean, they brought it back up. This is the second time they've mentioned that. So I'm assuming it's gonna come into play at some point. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure, but that was a long, huge plan that Light just thought of, and it worked. See, I was confused for the longest time. How is this ever gonna get him to figure out who the dude is following him's name? But that made sense with the whole bus robbery and that whole fact. Because at first when he was going on a date, I was gonna think, is he gonna have her like kill herself somehow? But I was thinking that doesn't make any sense because I knew he was bringing the Death Note for something. It all went according to plan, and it actually worked. So the dude's name is Ray Pinber, and he's FBI, which is interesting because he's not. I mean, he's like outside source because there'd be no way Kira could figure out his name. And it's very strange and odd that. Okay, his name is Ray Pinber for one. That name sounds whack and fake, like super fake. It may be real. It's just a whack name. I don't know. But what's weird and makes me feel weird is that the episode ended with him saying like he's basically gonna kill Ray Pinber. But the way he said it and the way it all went down makes me feel that when he tries to put this name in to kill somebody, that guy's not gonna die. Like, it's a fake badge that L told this guy to carry around a fake badge in case something like this happened. And if that's the case, and this Ray Pinber dies, then they're immediately going to know that it's Light. You know what I mean? There's no way else around it. I'm thinking that's what's happening, but if that's the case, I don't see any way Light's gonna get out of it. So that's what makes me feel like it's not gonna happen. I'm not sure, but I thought that was really cool how Light ripped a page of the Death Note out and made it fall and the crazy gunman picked it up and he was able to see Ryuk. That was cool. That was neat. It's kind of cool to actually be able to see someone else. And also, it's probably Light obviously knows he's not crazy because his Death Note's killing people, but it's kind of cool to be able to see someone else being able to see Ryuk, so it doesn't just seem like he's literally seeing he's not just seeing things, but someone else actually was able to see it. So that would be cool. At least if that was happening to me, that would be cool to see someone else seeing him instead of just me. And yeah, it all went according to plan, supposedly, but I still feel that name, Ray Pinber, something is up with it. The whole fact that he didn't die in this episode makes me feel like the next episode is going to be all about Ray Pinber, and when Light tries to kill this guy, he won't end up dying, and that's going to trigger L in figuring out exactly who Kira is. So, I don't know, boys. I don't know. Very neat, though. Very interesting. I'm loving this. And yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.